How's it going, everyone? Today we're going to review an ATM card that is often discussed on digital nomad and expat communities. And of course, we are talking about the Charles Schwab debit card. Now, just as a disclaimer, because I know you're thinking it, no one's paying us to do this review, all right? So we're going to get into both the benefits as well as some of the potential issues that could arise for holders of this card. Let's dive in. So first things first, if you were going to live the expat or digital nomad life, then you're going to want to get your financial stack in order before you go abroad. A lot of expat hotspots, they're still largely cash economies, so it helps if you can get access to local currency without paying a big markup. Now, US expats have a few options for getting local currency from their US bank accounts. They can go to currency exchange centers like the ones you see at the airport or the mall, but generally you don't want to do that. The exchange rates are really terrible most of the time. Expats can also wire themselves the money through a service like Western Union, but again, there's a big markup and a hefty fee involved. The third option is to simply withdraw the money from a local ATM using your US bank debit card. Now, normally you have to pay two fees for foreign ATM withdrawals, a fee to your bank plus a fee to the ATM operator. Now, the beauty of the Schwab card and the main reason why it's so popular is that not only do you not have to pay a fee to Charles Schwab Bank, but you also get unlimited ATM fee rebates worldwide. That means Schwab reimburses you for the ATM operator's withdrawal fee, which they do at the end of every month. For expats and digital nomads, that is huge because it means that you can access local currency for no fee. It's basically a total no-brainer if you're living abroad. There are also no foreign transaction fees on purchases made with this card and no account maintenance fee. There's also no minimum monthly balance, so you don't need to keep your life savings in this account. We also like that Schwab's customer service has a fantastic reputation. You can always get someone on the phone if you have a problem, which is pretty rare these days. If you go on expat forums, you can read stories of people who lost their card and Schwab overnighted them a new one in the mail halfway around the world. Now you're probably wondering at this point, okay, so what's the catch? Nothing is really free. As far as we could tell, the only real downside is that the APY, right? The yield on your Schwab account balance, it's really low. It's only about 0.05%. So basically, you're not generating any interest on your balance. Again, we would point out that you don't need to keep a huge balance in your Schwab checking account. You can keep the rest of your money somewhere else at another bank and top off your Schwab account as needed. Another important point is that the full name of this account is the Schwab Bank Investor Checking Account, so they want you to open a brokerage account at Schwab first if you don't have one already. The good news is that the brokerage account is free and you're under no obligation to use it, just something to keep in mind. We should also point out that US banks are extremely strict when it comes to know your customer and anti-money laundering laws. That means you are going to need a US address. Quick plug for ourselves, here at Savvy Nomad, we can get you a real residential address in Florida that you can use for tax, legal, and banking purposes. So if you're interested in that, check out the link in the video description and use the code YouTube for a special discount. Now, the good news is that if you don't have a US address, but you do have a permanent foreign address, then what you can do is get an account at Schwab One International. To open an account there, what you'll need is a completed form W-8BEN, a photocopy of your passport, and a copy of a utility bill at your place of residence. We called and confirmed with Schwab's international team that the debit card benefits are the same. You still get those unlimited ATM fee rebates. Now, there's some outdated information floating around the internet about needing a $25,000 minimum deposit for the international account and other incorrect claims, so don't count out Schwab if you're not a US resident. Just a disclaimer, Schwab One is not available for every country on the planet, so you will need to call them and confirm if you are eligible. And if all else fails and they won't let you open an account for whatever reason, make sure you check out our other video on the best debit cards for expats and nomads. There are a few other brands like Betterment and Fidelity that also offer unlimited ATM fee reimbursements. If you found this video helpful, hit that like button and follow the channel. We're always putting out new financial content geared toward expats and nomads living overseas. And don't forget to subscribe to our weekly email newsletter, Americans Abroad, where you can keep up with all the latest news that affects expat life. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.